I know you see, somehow the world will change for me and be so wonderful. Live life, clean air. I know somehow I'm gonna get there. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez, coming out with a little iCarly, because apparently that's on Netflix. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. We love Dashi. Everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. Hugs to my family. So there is an Earth 2 update video. A couple of things to go over today. Wild, crazy theories, but this is a. Everyone comment down below if you ever watched that show Wild and Crazy Kids back in the day on Nickelodeon. Anyway, and iCarly too. This one comes from Martian. This is not even my own, but I thought this was really cool and it makes a lot of sense and it was interesting. Goes, quote, "For those interested in blockchain, check out Ethereum 2.0. It launched for staking on the 3rd of November 2020, around the same time Earth 2 launched. Ethereum 2.0 will be released in 3 phases, just like Earth 2. Currently, Ethereum 2.0 is in the beacon chain phase and not on blockchain. Earth 2 is not currently blockchain either, but it's been said it might be blockchain in the future." I'll stop that right there. Yeah, there's many different plans for this to either be blockchain. All tiles are NFTs as per Shane, but the actual being on blockchain, they said they haven't quite figured it out yet. I don't know if that's just leading to something else or they're being really truthful. I don't know if they're just playing close to the chest. Oh, we haven't quite figured it out yet, but like, they're really scheming or is truthful. I don't know. By the way, moving forward, Ethereum 2.0's 3rd phase will see it merge or dock with Ethereum's mainnet, making it blockchain and decentralized. So right now, the Ethereum 2.0 is not the same as Ethereum. It will be at some point, but it's not right now. Joining the dots, it's possible Earth 2 is a decentralized app developed for use on Ethereum. Stop right there. We do have that Ether scan. That's granted, that's how we track on, okay, well, where has the property been going? The property's been going here, now it's over there, but it originated here, and that's how you could tell. And this makes a lot of sense. Beacon chain with the added advantage of progressing Ethereum 2.0 itself. In short, ETH2 and Earth 2 are in collaboration, and eventually Earth 2 will be docked into and become a part of the new Ethereum platform. Now again, not my theory, crazy theory, but that makes sense to me. That makes sense that you have these two things that are, okay, well, essentially when they have the number 2, I'm just pointing out things there, soliloquy. But you also have the idea that this makes such perfect sense. It's good for both of them. Like, it's a symbiotic relationship. What would happen to one would affect the other in a very positive way. So that's something I'm 100% on board with. I don't know if it's going to happen, but if it does, oh my God, if it does, I cannot wrap my head around like this being connected to Ethereum 2.0, which is connected to Ethereum. And all right, I always go on about Bitcoin. Bitcoin's number 1. Ethereum's number 2. Like, Ethereum is like, that is, anyone watch not Rocko's Modern Life, Rocket Power, where Twister and Otto 1-2 finish like always. That is this 1-2 finish, and this could be so potentially heckin' huge. Shane has met billionaires, Shane has met advertisers, Shane has met a lot of different people. So there's no reason to believe why this could not happen. Again, that is just my opinion. Moving on from this, we do have an article from The Guardian where Facebook sets out a plan for effortless virtual reality socializing. Now, users could effectively teleport to connect with friends in more planet-friendly ways, says Zuckerberg. A lot of these people are very concerned about the planet, I think, and that's a good thing. Sorry I'm blocking Dashi. Sorry about that, guys. But okay, why? Well, Bill Gates, one of the guys that's helped eradicating a disease, is like, oh, we should be worried about Bitcoin because of its carbon footprint. Okay. And visiting friends, driving, taking planes and whatever, where you might not have to do that when you go in virtual reality. Now, like for me, no, I'm going to see my friends that I haven't seen forever. I'm going to give them a hug. I'm going to tackle them in the streets. Yeah. I'm going to continue doing that. But for people that are really concerned about the environment, this is a good way to do it. And what better place to do it than Earth 2? Facebook has unveiled its first wave of virtual reality innovations that its chief executive Mark Zuckerberg hopes will allow for effective teleportation by the end of the decade. I think that could be done much, much quicker, whether it's Facebook or Microsoft. But the experimental aims to track movements using nervous signals read by a wristwatch, which is really cool. And since Facebook bought Oculus in 2014, the vision has largely focused on gaming experiences, which, again, this could be whatever platform does it the best. Earth 2 will be on all the platforms. Computer, phone, tablet, Oculus Quest, Oculus, anything that Sony or Microsoft comes up with. Actually, we are overdue for a Microsoft video, so I'm going to 100%. Now, Google and Microsoft have not been friendly in the past couple of months. Even it's similar to the 2012 Scroogle conflict, where they were just completely at each other's throats. And why I think Microsoft has a better chance of buying Facebook is because of two different things. One is that Facebook and Australia not getting along. Where is Earth 2 from? Australia. Facebook just said, like, oh, we have to pay people for putting out news content and whatever on our website. Nope. So Facebook completely just said, Australia, nope, we're going to absolutely get out of your country. We're not doing that. So yeah, shout out to my Australian peeps. There's like 1% of you that watch this, but yeah, it's no, maybe a little more than that. Yeah, so I feel bad for you on that. Whereas Microsoft says, like, good for you, Australia. We like that you're doing this. Let us work with you. It's like, okay, that's good. Which means that they have a good working relationship right now. Another reason why Microsoft has a much better chance of buying Facebook is Facebook market cap is worth about $764 billion. About Mark Zuckerberg has about $90 billion. I don't know how much of that is in the Facebook stock, but even if he has $10 billion, yeah, he could try to buy it for billions. But Microsoft's market cap is $1.78 trillion. It is $1 trillion more than what Facebook has. So they have a lot more working capital. They have a lot more just revenue that they could just, a couple of billion to them is literally nothing. Like, that is nothing. That is, they're bigger than Tesla. Right now. Having said that, Google and Microsoft engineers might collaborate on the Chromium browser, but that hasn't stopped the politics between the pair. Google is upset what it believes is an attack by Microsoft to undermine the company's efforts to support journalism publishers. Are they fighting a war on two fronts? Possibly. But in January, Google threatened to remove its search engine from Australia in response to a law that would force Google to pay new publishers for their content. Something I just went over. Australia passed the law in February, just days after Google caved and cut a deal with News Corp and other publishers that ensured its services continued to be available in Australia. Facebook, on the other hand, did remove the ability for users and publishers to share news content in the country, which earned some concessions from the Australian government. But in the middle of all this, Microsoft was very public about its support of Australia's new law, and it even teamed up with European publishers to call for online platforms to reach deals to pay news outlets for content. Google isn't happy about Microsoft getting involved with this, as its first big public spat we've seen, like I said, since 2012. But, quote, they are making self-claims and are even willing to break the way the open web works in an effort to undercut a rival, end quote. Now, what does he mean by that? Yeah, Microsoft is doing what they have to do to get ahead. What is one of the best ways to get ahead? It's going to be by getting the game that everyone wants. That, again, reading the writing on the wall, everyone's getting into this. We can't go a couple of days without somebody new getting into this. Oh, yeah, this is great. And especially when Dubai drops, that is going to be such a moneymaker. There are many ways to make money in this. I'll go over this in another video. I have so many questions about it. But the idea that you need to spend a lot of money to make money, it's easier if you spend a lot of money, but you can do it with very little money. Someone's asked me, if I have 350 tiles, how do I make money? Is it really worth it? Can I really make a lot? It depends what you do on those tiles, but yes, you could absolutely do it. It's going to be harder for people like me and Ari Realty and Guidebook Gaming to be like, okay, let's try to manage the tens of thousands of tiles that we have. But if you have 350 tiles, all your attention is focusing on that, maybe slowly expanding here and there, reinvesting the profits. That is something that, I 100%. And people are really mistaking the size of these tiles, where one tile can fit a couple of cars on there. You could fit a small house. 9 tiles, so 3x3 block of tiles. you could fit a couple of cool things on there. You could be able to have multiple hundreds, probably thousands of people a day. That's just visiting there if you make something really cool. And honestly, if you make something really cool and you're starting to get ad revenue, like I said, like if it's similar to YouTube, I have, let's say, 2,000 views a day and make like, you know, between $15 and $20 a day. Yeah, you could totally do that in Earth 2 if people are going there. And YouTube's paying me that when people only watch maybe like half of the time on my videos. Like if it's a 10-minute video, they'll watch for 5 minutes. If people are there for like an hour or 2 hours, yeah, that ad revenue for you is going to go through the roof if you do that continuously. So that's something where you don't need a lot. So 350 tiles, yeah, absolutely, abso-heckin-lutely. This video is going to get a little long, so I'm gonna cut it off here, and I will talk about how to stop, you know, really rich people and, you know, big celebrities from kind of like taking the game away from us, saying like they're just using their money to buy whatever. I will go over that in the future. That's another thing people have asked me about. But I love you guys. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. I love you all. Goodbye. Yeah. Okay. Can't stop it. Okay.